There has been a lot of talk about Arsenal signing a winger to be the backup to Saka or provide competition to him. But I think there's actually a solution in our academy, and I've talked about this guy a lot. I've made a video about him before being the successor to Saka, or, the one that gives him competition. And that man is Amario Cozier-Duberry. I'm just going to be talking about him, the sort of player he is, and why I think he could be the perfect solution to be that right wing. But before I begin, as always, make sure to like this video right now. Subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a video like this again. Big content coming soon, but without further ado, let's begin. So Amario Cozier-Duberry was born on the 29th of May 2005, which makes him 19 years old currently, and plays as a winger or an attacking midfielder for the academy. He has a left foot. He was born in London and England. He went on trial with numerous London clubs, with none of them accepting him. He went on to join Court Rangers when he was 8, playing through the under-11s to the under-15s. After Cozier-Duberry won a youth tournament with Court Rangers in Enfield, Arsenal offered him a 10-week trial, which he accepted. After 10 weeks with the academy, he permanently joined Hale End at the age of 14 in October 2019. Cozier-Duberry signed his professional contract with the first team in early June 2022, taking the number 85. He scored his first EFL trophy goal in a 3-1 victory at Sixfields Stadium against Northampton in early October 2022. He made his home debut for the senior team in a friendly against Juventus when at the 63rd minute he was subbed on to replace Granit Xhaka. Arsenal under-18 coach Wilshere describes him to be, in some moments, he's unplayable. You give him the ball and he can make things happen. And that's what Cozier-Duberry is. Just like Saka, you just want to give him the ball and tell him to go at his fullback. He's just really tricky, really quick, and just such a huge challenge. I remember that game against Juventus when he came off the bench and he really did provide a spark, albeit he came on the left wing. It just showed his versatility. He can play on the left, he can play on the right, he can play in the attacking midfield role. And that's what you want from your youngsters. They can have a variety of positions to play. We know Arteta loves versatility. Cozier-Duberry has that as well. And he's just a wonderful, wonderful player to watch. Skipped past a couple of the Juventus players. And I was thinking, when I was watching that game, we should see more of this kid. We should definitely see more of him. Arteta should definitely use him more, because we had a bit of problems in those wide areas because we only had Martinelli and Saka at the time when he did come into the side. So I was thinking, bring him in, bring him next season, and we could really see him flourish as a first team player. But that, of course, hasn't happened, and he's been in the under-23s for this whole season. And I think this season was actually a good thing for him to stay in the academy, because he was absolutely incredible. I'm just looking at the stats he had for the Premier League under-21 team. 19 games, 11 goals and 4 assists, 15 goals and assists combined in 19 games. That is incredible. We of course know the level isn't like the first team, but to be still producing those sort of numbers as an academy player is just ridiculous. He has the eye for goal. He has the eye for the pass as well. It's exactly what you would want from a winger. And he's having this constant improvement, because the season before that, he had 5 goals and 4 assists in 22 games. So you can see he is getting better. He's getting better and he is improving. And I think now is the right time for him to be put into the first team and feel the coaching of Arteta. He may not be the tallest player, but he really knows how to use his body and manipulate the ball. And that's all you can ask for from a player, from a winger, just to go out there, express yourself, and know how to get past your opponent and create chances and score goals. I feel like the most disappointing thing about this Amario Cozier-Duberry thing is the fact he hasn't signed a new contract with us, and it's looking like he may actually leave the club this season. He's been put on the list of players where we're still negotiating for him. The likes of Newcastle and Dortmund are interested in him. And that just goes to show the sort of quality he is. These are 2 clubs which are emerging, and they give the young talents an opportunity to express themselves. So I think we have to get this deal done. We've got to give him a new contract and promise him first team minutes. We can't keep letting our academy players go, even if they're not good enough. It's just giving confidence to other academy players in the younger years that they can make it into the first team. They can get involved and play some minutes. To just, talk about Amario Cozier-Duberry from a mental aspect. His personality has been described to be one of a quiet player, likes to get on with his things, doesn't like to cause too much of a ruckus. And that's really, really similar to Bukayo Saka. I think that's really interesting that both these right wingers from our academy have the same sort of personality. Of course, as Saka has got older and as he has got that, praise he deserves for being as good as he is, he's come out of his shell. But the signs of a top player is somebody who likes to get their head down and work. And that is what Amario Cozier-Duberry does. He's always getting his head down, working hard. And there's times where he would actually stay after training with the under-23s and learn more. And this is what you want to see. Arteta wants these sort of players who can come into the first team with the mentality to want to improve. Back in the day when we had the likes of Aubameyang, Lacazette, the older players, there was a lack of desire from them to learn. Now Arteta just wants his players to always want to improve, and that's how you keep on getting to the top levels. You want constant improvement, you want to be better. There's no limit to your potential and you're always looking forward, and that's what Amario Cozier-Duberry has, and you can't always get this in players. So it's just really good to see from a young age he already has that mentality that he wants to be the best and he will willing to learn to be the best as well. Anyway, Gunners, that's it for now. What do you think of this solution? Would you give Cozier-Duberry the opportunity to be the backup winger or the competition for Saka next year? Or would you actually want to splash like 35 million on a new winger? I think it would be dumb to do that when we have a solution like him in the academy. I feel like he is good enough now to step into the first team and start playing substantial minutes in the FA Cups, in the Carabao Cups, because he is a top talent. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this kid. And without further ado, if you haven't liked the video, make sure you go and do that, and subscribe, of course, if you're new here. Until next time, peace.